It's old school Raw, which means it's going to be awesome, isn't it? Isn't it? Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to some more Raw Thoughts. It's the first Raw of the year. It's my first vid of the year, first vid in 2 weeks. Thought I'd take a break over Christmas. It was my girlfriend's birthday a couple of days ago, so I've been taking time out to enjoy myself and to chill out, to get away from the internet as much as I can, stay away from Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and all that. Just not interested, like, just no. So, shall we get on with it? But first, I just want to get a big thanks to at Armbar UK over on Twitter. They voted the 10 years ago series their YouTube series of the year, which legitimately means a lot. It really does, especially when you consider that the 10 years ago series is struggling at the moment. The last 3 episodes of 10 years ago haven't got 1,000 views. For the first time in the 4-year history of that series, those 3 vids in a row now haven't cracked 1,000 views. That's never happened before. And it's a little bit worrying. Anyway, old school Raw, old school intro, graphics and set. And we start off with the Nature Boy Ric Flair. He rambles for a bit about who is on the show, complete with a view of the entrance for no reason at all. Here's Orton. He respects Flair, but as he was Orton's mentor. And he can't thank him enough, but tonight it's all about Orton. He's got something to get off his chest, because last week, apparently, Stephanie McMahon made it Orton versus Cena at the Rumble, and he's vexed about that because he's beaten Cena, and that's completely understandable, isn't it? He demands that the Authority reverses their decision. Flair comes back and says that a real world champion defends the belt against the best 7 days a week. Orton says Flair always had someone watching his back, and he's overrated. Flair wonders if Orton is really the man. So Orton threatens to go old school on Flair, but here comes John Cena to make the save, yay! And he's vexed about Orton, saying that Flair is overrated, and says, you know, if you want to go old school, I assume that means an ass whooping, so let's go, Randall. Serious mode. Orton backs down, then leaves. And that was that. It did what I suppose it needed to do. It was Cena and Orton not getting physical with each other and everyone kissing Flair's ass, really, wasn't it? Lovely. Cole and JBL look brilliant in their pastel suits. Apparently Jerry the King Lawler was taken ill earlier on in the day. To find out on his condition, you have to have the app, which is fucking pathetic, if you ask me. Absolutely pathetic. We see footage from last week where Daniel Bryan joined the Wyatts. I haven't been online much, like I say. I'm going to assume that the IWC lost their fucking nut to that one. I'm going to assume that one. I could just see it now, if you know. I can just say, Mick, Daniel Bryan's joined the Wyatt family. This is the most disgraceful thing I've ever seen. I'm sure if I'd got any messages about it, which I didn't, but I'm sure if I'd got any, that's the type of thing I would have got. So we've got Rey Mysterio and the Usos defeating the Wyatt family members, which is Bryan, Harper and Rowan. Alright match, decent length, bit of a baffling finish when Bryan tags himself in, but then Harper tags himself in immediately, and he's the one who gets rolled up. But hey, the commentators were more interested in talking about the celebrities who were tweeting about old school Raw than the actual match, so why should I care about? Batista is coming back, which I'm sure, again, the IWC absolutely lost their shit for. Last week, Damien Sandow said he would quit if he lost to the Great Khali. He won the match, but one of Khali's shoulders was clearly up. So we have to have a rematch, and not just any rematch, because while you're on the app checking on Jerry the King Lawler, you can also vote for who's going to be the guest referee tonight out of Bob Backlund, Arn Anderson, and Sergeant Slaughter. You know, yay! Also, while we're in the back, Kane threatens Brad with something, because I found that Brad was talking to Triple H and Stephanie last week about Kane. And then Biggie Langston bumps into Nikolai Volkov, Ted DiBiase, and IRS. Yay. I know it's old school Raw and everything, but it's pointless. I mean, it doesn't even pop the crowd. Tonight's crowd are fucking awful. I'm going to say that now. Just so many points that tonight would have been better if the crowd were more into the show. You know? Anyway. WWE has a big announcement for us. Now, they show the WWE Network logo that they premiered about 18 months ago now, so I'm going to guess that's what the announcement is. Langston defeated Axel in a nothing match. Ryback was pretty funny on commentary, though I'm not pretty sure that wasn't the idea. he says he told Langston to go and get over and that he should probably wait a few more years until we see him with a title belt, which is just, you know, funny stuff. Ripley, Lillian Garcia as well. Piper's Pit is a fun little segment. Piper teases Ambrose and Rollins about not being able to beat Punk, which is really good. And then suggests to Reigns that if you beat Punk, then surely you're better than these two. Trying to create, you know, tension in the Shield. I like that. I like the way how Piper says that he's only got one equal on the mic in this company, and that's Punk, which is brilliant. And then, like, you know, the Shield goes to attack him, but Punk makes a save, yeah, and he has the New Age Outlaws with him for no reason at all. So that's good. Alberto Del Rio then beats Sin Cara, in a short match, which makes you wonder why they had Sin Cara beat Alberto Del Rio not once but twice a couple of weeks back. He then got on the mic and ripped Batista, so guess who Batista's going to be powerbombing when he comes back on the 20th. Brian wants to team up with either Harper or Rowan next week so he can teach them how to be the tag team champions, but that won't be necessary because next week, Daniel, you're teaming with me, says Bray Wyatt. All good. The Brotherhood then defeated the Real Americans, a decent tag match where I legitimately thought that Cody Rhodes was going to tap out the ankle lock. So I go, yeah, I reckon this would be a good time to have them win the belts. And they can have the rematch at Royal Rumble, then we can start the build towards WrestleMania. No, that's not happening yet by the looks of things. Oh, yes, and then we have Carly losing to Sandow in less than 2 minutes. Sarge is your guest referee. I don't know why you voted for him, but, you know, it's all good. Sandow clearly has his foot under the ropes. Khali, obviously has his foot under the ropes. Sarge completely misses it. So when Sandow goes complain, there's Sandow's foot. So Khali, I don't know, I've forgotten. I haven't put who wins. Bear with me a second. I'm a moron. Find wrestling results. Might edit this bit out. Might not. Oh, Khali won. There we go. Khali won. Sandow's foot was under the ropes. Sandow gets in Sarge's face about it and gets Cobra clutched. Everyone laughs. Hilarity ensures. Oh wait, no one gives a shit. There's no reaction for Sarge at all when he comes out, which makes you think, why did so many people vote for him? Don't you just? Oh, and the faces then dance. Yay, Sarge dancing. Sarge twerking. I've never twerked in my life. I never wondered. In the back, DDP gets to plug his awesome yoga with Booker T. Brooke and Ron Simmons says, damn, which is good. Out comes Heyman and Lesnar. Heyman says that this is an old school Raw. Old school is challenging champion. But after the Rumble, the champion will have Tacos back when Lesnar will be coming for him. Yay. Heyman talks about Mark Henry getting going last week, which actually brings out the world's strongest man, who gets some more beats, and then Brock Lesnar locks on the Kimura and apparently breaks out his arm. So, well, that was a way of making Mark Henry go from hero to zero in 2 weeks' time, wasn't it? I mean, yes, it makes Brock Lesnar look incredible, but then we get the one thing that I don't think anyone wants to see, and that's the Big Show comes out. And, I mean, don't get me wrong, I popped. The biggest thing I popped for on this whole show, apart from what happens at the end, was fucking Big Show launching Brock Lesnar halfway across the ring and landing him on the side of his head. That was magnificent. Don't want to see those two fight at all. Alicia Fox and Oksana defeat the Bella Twins in a match, which happened apparently. In which Michael Cole says that Brie will still marry Daniel Bryan despite him joining a cult, which is good for him. And then Rikishi and Too Cool defeated 3MB. Two things. Firstly, oh look, someone from the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era has been completely ignored on this old school rule, do you not think? Cole refers to Too Cool as the Hip Hop Twins, which JBL absolutely buries him for, and quite rightly. Crowd pop for the Worm, so I'll give them that one. And I wince when Drew hits a flying big boot on Scotty 2 Hotty. That was nasty. And a butt drop by Rikishi gets the win. We honour the legends. They all come out and take turns to, yay, these are legends you've seen tonight. But no, Bad News Barrett interrupts them to tell us that we will forget their names, which is all good. And then, Mean Gene shills his hotline. I laugh at that. I'm sure there's quite a few people at home laughed at that. These people in the audience, fuck is this Tyler talking about sort of reaction? You know, New Age Outlaws, they do their catchphrase. Billy Gunn is blown up from walking to the ring. Something that JBL happily points out for us. Road Dogg introduces Punk. Reigns gets the win. Decent match. Dead crowd. Other than this is awesome. Oh, this crowd. I hate crowds like this. They're stupid, right? Because you got a crowd which ignores a lot of the show, right? And then are deathly quiet throughout this match. Then you get 2 near falls, right? And they start chanting, "This is awesome." This is one of the problems with fucking wrestling at the moment. This is awesome chant has got to stop, man. It really gets on my fucking nerves, because you sit there, you'll be at an indie show, you'll be watching a match that you would probably rate 3 stars if you're feeling generous, and the whole room sat there going, "This is awesome," and you turn to your mates going, "Am I missing something here?" You know? But man, at big shows like this, it's even worse. Punk was distracted by Ambrose, allowing Reigns to hit the spear, right? And it then looks like the Shield are going to beat down thingy. But guess who makes the save? Go on, guess. Oh wait, you already know because you watched the show, you've seen a thing online. Fucking Jake the Snake Roberts music hit, and I lost my shit at fucking 4:10 in the morning. You know, shouting my missus, you know, "What the fuck's up with you?" sort of thing, you know. I was like, "Oh my fucking god!" And then so, you know, Punk hits the GTS on Ambrose, and Roberts puts Damien on Ambrose's face, and he's got the biggest smile on his face, and he's trying not to laugh. And that, of course, because he was, you know, big Jake fan as a growing up, so why not? I mean, it's, to me, this show feels like the last 2 shows in that they've got no ideas for what to do with the Rumble. So we put on shows like this, then they've got 2 weeks, you know, next week and the week after, to build the Rumble up. We know there's going to be Cena versus Orton, and we know that Del Rio and Batista are going to be in the Rumble. That's all this show achieved. You know, nice look at, you know, this is how this company used to be but isn't sort of thing, because, you know, most of the people that you're going to see aren't going to wrestle. Scotty 2 Hotty looked amazing, I've got to say that. For a guy who's now a fireman, you know, he looked like he was loving it. So I assume it's going to be, you know, back to normal service. NXT review on Thursday. Royal Rumble 2004 review on Saturday. Do you guys want a 98 series? There just hasn't been the interest at all, to the point where you may have noticed I didn't even bother reviewing Degeneration X from 1997, and I haven't had a single comment about it. Not one. Not one. Hey Mark, where's your review? Nothing. So I'm going to assume that, you know, seeing as no one really gave a fuck about the 97 series, that a 98 series won't really be that, you know, wanted. Anyway, I've been Mark P. This has been an Old School Raw review. What did you think of Old School Raw? I've been Mark P. As I say, leave me a comment down below. I always read them, even if I don't reply to all of them. Back to normal service in a couple of days, I hope. Because it's all up in the air at the moment, you know. It really is at the moment. It's all... life's a bit weird at the moment, I've got to say. Alright, take it easy, guys.